Hello, everybody. Miss Debbie here for our virtual pre-recorded bedtime story time. And welcome. I hope you are having a great summer. After tonight, um, I hope you'll come to the library and do in-person story times. We will have bedtime stories on Tuesday evenings at 7 o'clock and Monday afternoon at 2. So these will be on the lawn uh, at the library. And we have other story times too. Miss Kathy does a 10:30 on Tuesdays, and Miss Anita does for the babies, little kids, um, up to 3 years old. I think that would be Thursdays at 10:30. So there's plenty of stuff going on. Come and see us. So my background today looks really vacant, but I'm going to just pretend I'm outside. Usually I have books in the background, but this one makes me feel like I'm on TV. So I am. Okay, so let's get started. Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you today? Did you ever use hand puppets? Hello. 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 How are you? Fine, thank you. Oh, we'll do that with our fingers when we sing our next song. Um, so I hope you're well and that you're having a great summer and that you're staying cool and playing in the sprinkler and maybe staying up a little bit late at night when the fireflies come out. That's always a lot of fun just to watch those little bugs light up, like little stars that are close to the grass. So maybe you went to Grandma's house today and Mommy dropped you off there while she went and did some errands. So this song could be for you. Sometimes my mommy takes me over to Grandma's house to play. Sometimes she's gone a little while, and sometimes she's gone all day. But my mommy comes back, my mommy comes back, my mommy comes back to get me. My mommy comes back, she always comes back, she never would forget me. And no, she wouldn't. So let's get our fingers warmed up. That's good. Oh, shake them out too. Ooh, that feels really good. Fingers or hands do a lot of work all day. They picking up things and they're feeding us and holding books maybe, holding hands, all kinds of things. So let's make two fists, put them in your lap, and carry on. Where is Thumbkin? Where is Thumbkin? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Pointer? Where is Pointer? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Tall Lady? Where is Tall Lady? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, ma'am? Very well, I thank you. Stride away, stride away. Where is Ringman? Where is Ringman? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away, run away. Where is Pinky? Where is Pinky? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, dude? Very well, I thank you. Skip away, skip away. It's a little warm here in the room, in this back room in the library. Anyway, this is a book called The Night the Moon Went Missing by Brendan Kearney. It's a really fine book. I really like this. I love the moon. Do you like looking up at the moon when it's dark out? The moon is a very evasive light, and sometimes it arises early in the evening, and sometimes she stays away until morning, and sometimes she grows big and round, and sometimes she gets smaller and smaller and smaller until boop, she disappears. That's all very normal. The night the moon went missing. At night, moon shines proudly between constellations of stars. And every morning, sun rises and beams so brightly that no one notices moon anymore. Only sometimes can you see the moon in the morning when the sun comes up. Most of the time, sun is so bright, it just blows moon right out of the sky. But moon is still there. What a show-off, Moon huffed as she watched everyone laughing and playing in the sunshine. When night came around again, everyone turned their lights off and went to sleep. Nobody cares about me, Moon cried. But someone did care. It's just that Moon didn't see her. Lucy could see Moon from her bedroom window. Here she is. It'll be all right, Moon. I'll see you tomorrow night, she yawned as she jumped into bed. But the following night, Moon was gone. And the night after that, after a few nights, Lucy started to worry. She read the newspapers in horror. Wave goodbye to your surfboard. Without the moon, there's no waves on the ocean. Moon landing was canceled. The moon is missing. Where is she? Winters get colder and colder. Don't know what that has to do with the moon. I think I'll have to look that up. Ask a librarian. Soon, panic swept across the world. People looked for the moon everywhere. Where could she be, Lucy thought. The newspaper offered a special reward for whoever found moon. Astronomers used huge telescopes to scan the farthest corners of space. Fearless divers searched the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean. Explorers even scaled the highest mountains and trekked through the wildest jungles. But Moon was nowhere to be found. Moon had found the perfect hiding space. She felt sad and more alone than she had ever felt before. And here she is. She looks like she's in a cove with high cliffs all around her. Lucy was feeling lonely too. Her bedroom was so dark without Moon. She must be so scared on her own, Lucy thought, as she sat awake in bed. Where could she be? Lucy looked under her bed, searched the attic, and even checked in the garden shed, but she found no sign of Moon. Then she remembered her own favorite hiding spot, the place she would go to if she was feeling sad or lonely. Lucy rushed to the end of the yard and scrambled down some steps into a quiet, hidden cove. She noticed a dim glow and was overjoyed to find Moon sitting beside a small pool of water. I found you, Lucy cheered. But she could see that Moon wasn't very happy. What's wrong, Lucy asked softly. Nobody cares about me, wept Moon. During the day, everyone is too busy to see me, and at night, when it was my time to shine, people go inside and ignore me. Boo hoo hoo. Lucy had an idea. She ran back to the house and returned a few minutes later. Look at this, Lucy smiled as she opened the newspaper and began to read aloud. Millions search for the moon. We miss you, Moon. Please come home. Moon smiled and wiped her eyes. I can't believe it, she beamed. You do care about me. That's right, Lucy replied. We have all missed you very much. The world is a much darker and scarier place without you. Suddenly, Moon didn't feel so lonely. Thank you, Lucy, Moon smiled. She began to rise above the ocean and floated through the clouds back to her space between the constellations. By the morning, Lucy was famous. She was interviewed on TV and in the newspaper, and the world celebrated the return of the moon. And a few days later, Lucy was given a very special reward, a vacation to visit her dear friend, the moon. She got to be an astronaut in space. That's kind of fun. The end. Like that book. Let's see. So that's a feel-good story. And, here's our feel-good song. If you're happy and you know it, blow a kiss. If you're happy and you know it, blow a kiss. If you're happy and you know it, then your heart will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, blow a kiss. If you're happy and you know it, give a hug. Hug yourself. Oh, hug yourself or somebody else. If you're happy and you know it, give a hug. Hug yourself. If you're happy and you know it, then your heart will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, give a hug. Now, here we're going to wink our eye. Remember, a wink is one eye, and that's a wink, one eye, and a blink is two eyes. Okay. If you're happy and you know it, wink your eye, wink, wink. If you're happy and you know it, wink your eye, wink, wink. It means you kind of got a little secret going on. If you're happy and you know it, then your heart will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, wink your eye, wink, wink. Good job. And it's time for Lily White's party, which means bedtime, because your sheets are lily white. That's just a particular color of white, lily white. And there's other colors of white, there's ivory white or beige white, but lily white is the whitest. There's cloud white. You see that white cloud behind me? But lily white is white like the lily flower. So it's time for Lily White's party. And let's get ready for bed. So we do the same things to get ready for bed as we do in the morning when we wake up. This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face before we go to bed. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair before we go to bed. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth before we go to bed. This is the way we blow a kiss, blow a kiss, blow a kiss. This is the way we blow a kiss before we go to bed. It's a good thing to give a kiss before you go to sleep. It's just good practice. This next book is one of my very favorite books in the whole world. It's called Perfect the Pig by Susan Jeschke. I love, love, love this book. Now, you can't get this book anymore, so we're lucky to have it. And this is why I always urge my readers to take care of your books. Because, well, when they get ripped or broken, you can't replace them because children's books go out of print. That means they're not made anymore, and you can't get this book anymore. So I'm gonna happily share it with you, and maybe I have to memorize it so we could tell the story when there's no book left. Perfect the Pig by Susan Jeschke. He was so small that his mother didn't know he was there. The other piglets were always pushing and shoving, squealing greedily for food, or rolling around in the mud. There's Perfect. But the tiny pig was gentle, quiet, and never greedy, and he always kept clean. While the other piglets played, he would lie under his favorite tree, wishing for wings to carry him into the sky. Here he is. While their other pigs are slopping around in the mud, Perfect is just under the tree. One day he heard a great shriek. A large sow, that's a big lady pig, had slipped on the road, probably in mud. The little pig crawled under the fence and ran to help her. He wedged some pebbles and twigs under her and with a great effort finally helped her to her feet. How kind. The sow was very grateful and offered the little pig a wish. Anything at all, she said. I want wings, he answered. The sow nodded and continued on her way. Almost at once, wings began to grow on the little pig. Look at how little he is. He was thrilled. His wings worked. He flew around all day. By the way, some people keep pigs as a pet. I don't know anyone personally, but one day in my town, I saw a girl walking a pig on a leash on the sidewalk. And I said, my, oh my. At night, he returned to the pig pen. When the other pigs saw his wings, they pushed him out. Go sleep with the birds, they said. He tried that, but the birds wouldn't let him stay either. Poor pig. On and on he flew towards a city. And here he is, flying in the night. And guess what's in the sky? It's a sliver of the moon. He landed on a fire escape, too tired and hungry to go on. A woman came to the window. So tiny and with such beautiful wings. How perfect, she said, lifting him inside. She fed him, then put him to bed and kissed him good night. The little pig kissed her back. This so delighted the woman that she named the pig Perfect. Perfect could hardly believe it. He had not only found a home, but someone who thought he was perfect. And here he is sleeping in a shoebox. Olive, that was the woman's name, was an artist. She adored Perfect and did all she could to please him. She bathed him and fed him the choicest vegetables, some which she grew in her apartment. Soon she began to make pictures of Perfect, posed among the fruits and vegetables. He was a wonderful model. However, he soon grew restless and looked longingly at the sky. Olive understood and took him up to the roof. Here he is looking out the window. He flew about while she waited for him. Olive made a little jacket to cover Perfect's wings so he wouldn't attract attention when she took him on walks. But Perfect didn't like walking. The cement hurt his feet and he couldn't see anything. So Olive carried him in her basket. She tried her best to shelter him from the harsh things in life, but she didn't always succeed. So here he is, down low, not really happy, a little afraid of the dog, and here he is looking at a butcher shop. People liked pictures of Perfect and bought them. Olive's saving jar began to add up. Soon the apartment was crowded with pictures, fruits and vegetables, and a growing Perfect. By now, he had grown so much that he was getting too big to hide. Olive decided that the best thing for both of them would be to live in the country. She pasted a label on her savings jar. It said, "House in the Country." Perfect couldn't read, but he could see that Olive was very happy and excited, and that made him excited and happy too. But their happiness did not last long. The next day, while Perfect was out for his daily fly, a heavy fog rolled in. Perfect got lost. He flew around frantically as it grew darker and darker. When the fog lifted, Perfect spotted a park bench. He landed on it and fell asleep. A man's gravelly voice woke him. "Well, I'll be a pig with wings. My fortune is made," the man said. He picked Perfect up and ran home with him. Perfect found himself in a small room. The man took off his belt and said, "Okay, Oink, now I'm going to train you. Fly around this room." He cracked the belt, and Perfect flew away from it in fright. "That's a good Oink," the man said. Then he emptied his garbage and gave it to Perfect to eat. Perfect was shocked and ran to the window. "Oh, no, you don't," the man said, and he tied Perfect to a pipe. When the man was satisfied with the training, he bought Perfect a costume and took him to a park to perform. At the end of the performance, Perfect would fly over the heads of the audience. Everyone oohed and awed, and the man collected lots of money. Every night, after counting the money, the man gave Perfect a hard look and tied him up tighter. Once Perfect tried to resist and flapped his wings. "Trying to fly away, I'll fix you, you flying pork chop," the man said. He left the room and returned with a cage. From then on, that was where Perfect was kept. Perfect was miserable. His wings ached and he hadn't had a bath in months. The man gave him only garbage to eat and never ever kissed him. Every night, Perfect cried himself to sleep, thinking of Olive. Look at the bags of money in the background. Poor Perfect. Olive went up to the roof each day and searched the sky for Perfect. She wandered through the streets looking for him. Sometimes she wondered if Perfect had been a dream. The one remaining picture of him reminded her that he was real. During one of her daily walks, she saw a sign that read, "The Great Flying Oink." Olive immediately bought a ticket and went in. She could hardly believe her eyes. It was Perfect. The man leaning over him was saying, "Fly, you stupid oink, or it's off to the butcher with you." But Perfect couldn't budge. He was so sad and his wings hurt. Look at the poor baby. "Perfect!" Olive cried out. Perfect raised his head. He squealed as he stretched his wings and flew to her. Everyone clapped. Olive took off the leash. "Where are you going with my pig, lady?" the man said. "This is my pig," said Olive. The man and Olive began to argue. "Let a judge decide this," someone said, and everyone agreed. "We know he stole the pig." The judge listened to both sides. First the man spoke, then Olive. The judge thought hard. Then he said, "Let the pig choose." Perfect, of course, chose Olive. The judge also awarded Olive half the man's earnings, which he said was Perfect's rightful share. With the money, Olive bought a little house in the country where she and Perfect lived in peace and happiness. And they had their own garden, and Perfect could fly wherever he wanted. Now, isn't this the sweetest story that you've ever heard? I love this story so much. So, it's getting to be bedtime. And who comes out at night alongside the moon? Yes, it's Twinkle. Twinkle's the brightest star and the first star to show up at night. "Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight." I'm going to make a wish. I wish to have some fun. I want to go somewhere and have fun. I want to go on a boat ride. A sailboat, a motorboat, a dayliner, I don't care. Somebody needs to invite me for a boat ride. That would be fun. Make your wish now. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So, Twinkle goes away in the daytime, the same place the moon goes. They get shined over by the sun because the sun is so bright. But we see Twinkle every night. So, day is done. Day is done, gone the sun, from the land, from the hills, from the sky. All is well, safely sleep. Sleep is nigh. Sleep is nigh. That means sleep is near. Nigh means near. And it's in that song because it rhymes. I think you'll learn about rhyming words pretty soon. So I have one last story. We've read this before, but I love it so much. And I don't know if I read this as a little kid, but I didn't know until I was all grown up what winkin', blinkin', and nod meant. So winking, when you start to fall asleep, maybe your eyes just blink a little bit or wink. You try to keep one eye open, but they're trying to close. And then when you're really falling asleep, your head does this little nod, kind of just falls asleep. That's what winking, blinking, and nod are. Three little boys. There's the moon. So this is written by Eugene W. Field, and this particular book is illustrated by Gisela Potter. Very nicely done. Nice colors of the night and a nice big book. There's the moon looking in the bedroom window. And there's the little boy in bed. Now he gets out of bed to look at the moon and the sky. What else is in the sky? Stars, clouds, maybe planets, if you could tell the difference. Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod one night sailed off in a wooden shoe. It's like a boat. Sailed on a river of crystal light into a sea of dew. That's the river of moonlight. Where are you going and what do you wish? The old moon asked the three. We have come to fish for herring fish that live in this beautiful sea. Nets of silver and gold have we, said Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod. The old moon laughed and sang a song as they rocked in the wooden shoe, and the wind that sped them all night long ruffled the waves of dew. Do you see the wind blowing his breath into their sail? The little stars were the herring fish that lived in that beautiful sea. The night sky is the sea. Now cast your nets wherever you wish, never afeard are we. So cried the stars to the fishermen three, Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod. All night long their nets they threw to the stars in the twinkling foam. Then down from the skies came the wooden shoe, bringing the fishermen home. Do you see the window, the little bedroom window? 'Twas all so pretty a sail it seemed, as if it could not be. And some folks thought 'twas a dream they dreamed of sailing that beautiful sea. But I shall name you the fishermen three, Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod. Winkin' and Blinkin' are two little eyes, and Nod is a little head. And the wonders and the wooden shoe that sailed the skies is a wee one's trundle bed. So shut your eyes while Mother sings of wonderful sights that be. And you shall see the beautiful things as you rock in the misty sea, where the old shoe rocked the fishermen three, Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod. Do you listen to music before you go to bed? Either mommy singing or some music playing. It's called a lullaby when you play music to put yourself to sleep. And here's the funny thing. So I have a smart speaker in my room, and if I say good night, you know what? It plays cricket chirping music. That puts me right to sleep. Are you getting sleepy? It's okay if you're not. You might stay awake a little bit while, or you might go to bed. But always remember, Wee Willie Winky runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown. Peering through the windows and peeping through the locks are the children in their beds. It's almost 8 o'clock. Is 8 o'clock your bedtime? If it is, it's time to go hippity hop to bed. Go hippity hop to bed. I'd rather stay up instead. When mother says must, there's nothing but just go hippity hop to bed. Skiddamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skiddamarink-a-doo. I love you. Skiddamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skiddamarink-a-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skiddamarink-a-dink-a-dink, skiddamarink-a-doo. I love you. Cha-cha-cha. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. That's just a saying. There's no bed bugs in our rooms, are there? No, no, no. I will see you in the library. Good night.